What if I told you that some of the deadliest hunters in the Vietnam War weren't the ones defending bases or marching with platoons, but six-man teams who vanished into the jungle for weeks, hunting human targets with the patience of predators? This is their story. October 14th, 1968. Deep in the Mekong Delta, 40 miles southwest of Can Tho, Staff Sergeant Marcus Rodriguez crouches motionless in the undergrowth, a shadow painted in green and black. For 6 days, he and his five-man team have tracked a Viet Cong supply column through terrain so thick, most men would call it undefeatable. But Rodriguez is not most men. He is the leader of an ambush party, one of the most dangerous assignments in the entire war. Around him, the jungle sings its strange music. Insects buzzing, birds calling, distant water buffalo moving through paddies. To an ordinary soldier, these sounds mean danger. To Rodriguez, they're information. The jungle speaks, and he listens. But tonight, the jungle feels different. By 1968, the Vietnam War had become a maze America couldn't solve. Large unit operations weren't working. The Viet Cong moved like ghosts, hitting at night and blending into villages, disappearing before American firepower could react. Supply lines stayed open. The insurgency grew. Conventional tactics failed. So the US military created something new. Tiny hunter-killer teams operating deep in enemy territory using the Viet Cong's own tactics against them. Silent, independent, invisible. These were the ambush parties, and Rodriguez commanded one of the best. Intelligence reports pointed to a major supply route running from Cambodia into the Mekong Delta. Recon flights had spotted unusual movement for 3 straight weeks. Captured documents hinted that a massive weapons cache enough to arm an entire Viet Cong battalion was on the move. Rodriguez's mission was simple: find the column, destroy it, don't get caught. But simple doesn't mean easy. The terrain itself was the first threat. Dense canopy trapped the team in a twilight world of shadows. Rivers too deep to wade sliced through their path, crawling with leeches that clung to exposed skin. Humidity soaked every piece of equipment. Thorny vines tore at their uniforms. The wrong sip of water, disease. The wrong step, an ambush. But the human enemy was worse. The Viet Cong knew this land intimately. They had caches hidden everywhere, safe houses, weapons depots, early warning networks run by villagers who watched every foreign movement. Every leaf the Americans disturbed might be reported miles away. Rodriguez's team was a 6-man team, alone in a living, breathing maze designed to kill them. No resupply, no reinforcements. Radio signals were unreliable. If they were discovered, they were on their own. But Rodriguez possessed something the jungle couldn't defeat: patience, instinct, focus sharper than a blade. Growing up hunting deer in the mountains of New Mexico taught him how to move silently, how to think like prey and predator at the same time, and how to wait motionless for hours. His team reflected that same mindset. Corporal Jimmy Chen, point man, a master at reading jungle sign. PFC David Thompson, radio operator calm under fire. Sergeant Mike O'Brien, heavy weapons expert with a cut-down M60. Private Eddie Martinez, demolition specialist. Private Tommy Williams, 19 years old, rear security. Eyes always scanning. For 6 days, they followed threads most soldiers would miss. A bent branch, disturbed soil, faint sandal prints beside a stream. The Viet Cong were disciplined, careful, and silent, but Rodriguez knew how to read them. And on day 7, everything changed. Chen raised his fist. Freeze. 6 men dropped instantly into the jungle floor like they'd been cut from the same shadow. Rodriguez crawled forward, moving so slowly that even the insects ignored him. Chen pointed toward a fallen tree where the trail curved. On the trunk were 3 tiny knife scratches, nothing to an untrained eye. To Rodriguez, a message. They were Viet Cong trail markers, symbols telling following units where to go, what to expect, and how safe the area was. This meant only one thing. A supply column would pass this exact point within hours. Rodriguez studied the terrain. The The trail narrowed into a natural funnel between the fallen tree and a steep embankment. Perfect. No escape routes, limited visibility, a killing ground made by nature itself. The hunt was over. The trap was about to begin. Rodriguez placed his men like chess pieces, Chen at the far end of the kill zone to cut off retreat, O'Brien up on the embankment with his M60 ready to rain fire, Martinez placing claymore mines in staggered layers, Thompson concealed with the radio prepared to call air support if needed. Williams on rear security, the quiet guardian behind them. Then they waited. Minutes, hours. The jungle returned to normal. Birds called again. The forest breathed. But beneath those trees, 6 men waited with the stillness of death itself. At 1:47 p.m., Chen's hand flicked a signal. Movement. Rodriguez raised his scope and saw them. 12 Viet Cong fighters, single file, each carrying a heavy pack filled with ammunition and supplies. Experienced, calm, confident. They stepped into the funnel, past the first claymore, then the second, then the third. Rodriguez waited, breath steady, finger lightly resting on the detonator. Not yet. He waited until the maximum number of targets stood inside the kill zone. Then, now. The jungle exploded. Claymores roared like thunder, shredding the narrow trail with steel. The blast tore through leaves, bark, and bodies all at once. Before the smoke even cleared, O'Brien opened up with the M60, stitching the kill zone with bursts of fire that echoed across the valley. Rodriguez's rifle barked. Chen's shots cut down fleeing shadows. Martinez threw a final grenade as one last Viet Cong tried to crawl into the brush. 47 seconds. That's all it took. When silence settled, the air hung heavy with smoke and shredded vegetation. The entire supply column was gone, destroyed before they ever knew they'd walked into an ambush. Weapons seized, ammunition destroyed, mission ended. But the real victory was much larger. Rodriguez's team proved something the enemy never expected. America could beat the Viet Cong at their own game. Small teams, silent movement, patience over firepower, precision over numbers. They turned the jungle into a hunting ground, flipping the script on an enemy who believed they owned it. Rodriguez and men like him rewrote the rules of warfare in Vietnam. They showed that sometimes the deadliest weapon isn't the biggest gun. It's the quiet man who knows exactly when not to pull the trigger. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible war narratives.